Okay, are we live? Are we live now? I'm sorry if we are and I look really stupid. There we go. Okay. Okay. So... Sorry. I was still working on a couple settings in terms of stuff with my tablet. So hey guys, Elisa Mousy here. As you can see, we've got Monster Prom open up. Let me see if I can just... Yeah, that's good. Sorry, there's like a major latency issue between this and what you guys see, and therefore what I see on my tablet. So, to check to make sure that I'm in the right frame, I have to wait a couple seconds to be able to check the view of the actual stream. Anyway, Monster Prom. So, if anyone actually was here 2 weeks ago, you will remember that I tried this once. Too many things went wrong with the stream itself, so we're gonna try again. Now that I have like my nice microphone, I just didn't do it before because, before being last week, because my throat was still a little bit wrecked, because some of these voices do kind of mess me up a bit. And for anyone new here who wasn't here last week, or who is watching this later, basically, the goal, as you probably saw from the title of Completionist, anyone who's familiar with Monster Prom will know that there are a number of secret endings, and every time you finish the game, it will show you how many secret endings you've unlocked, how many events you've encountered, and how many outcomes of those events. The goal here is to get all of it. Which I know is probably a little bit insane, especially because all of the events are RNG, so you can't really trigger things. I mean, you can trigger a couple things by getting certain items through the store, I think. But for the most part, it's all just kind of whatever. Plus some things you can only get by getting the gift that keeps on giving, which will just give you something random. But without further ado, let's start this off. For the most part, I am going to be doing one player. On occasion, I might have people on, like people that I know on as guests, so we might do like multiplayer stuff, because that can also get us like the weekend events, which I don't know if those are listed under the available events. But we're going to start out with a warm-up of the short game. I'm going to do 1 or 2 runs of the long game, or more, if I have the energy for it and if my throat is okay for it. I'm going to go through reading the intro the first time through each of these streams, but I'm going to skip through it the rest of the times because I'm not going to read the same thing like 5 times in a row. I have a drink with me here. Yes, I know that a carbonated drink like Sprite probably won't help too much with my throat, but if I get water, then I'm gonna have to be leaving periodically to pee because I have a very teeny bladder. Also, if anyone caught last week's Planet Zoo stream, and I kept mentioning the thing about my computer's fan, the thing is, because I went back and I watched the stream, and when I was listening to it, I couldn't really hear my fans, so you guys might have thought I was just like crazy talking about that. The problem is that I don't know if there's like a higher sensitivity from my microphone to my earbuds, but it was just this constant like rushing noise in my ears. So I thought that you guys heard the same thing that I heard. So sorry about that. Anyway, so we're gonna start off with one player. I know to get like all of the events, we're gonna have to mostly do second term so that we can get like the Zoe and Calculister stuff. Although they're kind of like prequel secret endings can only happen in the first term. Maybe a carbonated drink wasn't such a great idea. But I think I'm gonna start out with the first term, just because some of the characters in second term, the voices that I have for them, are gonna mess with my throat, and I really don't want to deal with that, like, my very first run, especially because, I mean, it's already feeling a little bit sore, but we'll get through at least the warm-up and cool-down short runs. And sorry, I've got a pillow underneath me and I had to adjust it. But we'll do the warm-up and cool-down short runs and at least one long run in between. But if I feel up to it, I'll do a second longer run in the middle. But, and I might do the second term for one of those, but I am going to start off with first term. So we're going to start with the short game. Ah, spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Who am I? I love Oz. I do. Oz is adorable. I usually choose the they pronouns for Oz, but when I refer to the character, I may swap back and forth, because kind of my headcanon is that instead of just they them pronouns, Oz has he they pronouns. So, anyway. Yes.
Sure thing.
This is so cute. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Also, if I do move on to second term, I'll read this part again, because, obviously we're not going to have the Zoe and Calculister intros here, but for now. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien LeVay, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam DeLioncourt, 400-something. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork.
Yay!
Polygeist, 22? A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things.
What?
And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean, self-made gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear, it had to be one of them. But who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom dates, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever! All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop pop quiz ever, trademark, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start! You're elected president for a day. What's the first law you pass? Also, I have a very rudimentary knowledge. Some things I'm a little more familiar with than others, of certain requirements needed for certain characters. Mainly Damien. But for each one of these runs, I'm definitely going to make like an active effort to get at least one person to prom. And that can include me like pausing and doing some research stuff. But here early on, it's also going to be a lot of experimentation. So expect me to get rejected a lot, or to just decide to go to prom by myself. Because post-stream, I'm actually going to be taking notes, so that I know what events I've done and what outcomes I've gotten, and also so that I know what stat corresponds to each answer to the situations, so then I can better, 1, manipulate things, and 2, get the ending, or not necessarily the ending, but the end result that I want. So anyway, what's the first law? $1. I thought that was really bad grammar for a second, because I wasn't reading $1 bills, I was reading $1 bills. I was like, that's not right. We'll now include a picture of me and the inscription, "Beware, too much awesomeness. My presidency might last a day, but my fame will last forever." Trivia fact: presidents don't pass laws. So is this a trick question, or are you just being an idiot? Or you can deduct taxes by writing sonnets instead. Amount of taxes deducted are calculated based on the beauty of the sonnets. I will do the $1 bills. Okay. Because what I'm aiming for here, because I'm gonna try and get Damien first, because I love Damien. He's a closet sweetheart, or not a closet sweetheart, a closet soft boy. And I hope that I can show you guys what I mean with that, but sometimes when he says yes to prom, he doesn't give off those vibes. So it might sound crazy, again, to you guys. But the stats that I need for him are bold and fun, but neither of those were available stats to get up in the last question, so what would be the coolest prize you could find in your box of cereal? A sample of a more nutritious breakfast option, so people are encouraged to stop eating that colorful crap. The phone number of that sexy tiger on the front of the box. He's so passionate about breakfast and health that he's surely also a great lover. A tiny piece of sharp metal, so every scoop will be full of thrill and danger. Sharp metal. Yep. The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? I always party as if there were no tomorrow, so who cares? I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. They always tell you the world is ending on profit on other people's hysteria. Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. It's okay, we invented the apocalypse to take care of the overpopulation of commoners. 100 push-ups. No. 200 push-ups. This has to be the Damien answer. Yep, nobody ends the world but me. Yep. Alright. So, here we... Also, I'm going to apologize in advance because I have been having a lot of internet problems lately.
Alright.
If I suddenly get, like, kicked off and this ends abruptly, I'm really sorry. Luckily, I have my tablet here so that I can see if that happens, so I'll be able to catch it immediately. But, I just wanted to let you guys know that that might be a possibility. bold and fun up, because I'm pretty sure bold needs to be at least 11 and fun needs to be at least 7. I haven't looked at... I made little, very minor notes about this a couple weeks ago, but I haven't looked at them. But I know bathrooms get you bold, so... That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. Oddly enough, you notice Damien and Vera having some kind of business meeting? At least they're both sitting holding manila folders. You move closer to see what's up.
Hey there.
Now, Damien, it seems we both agree that William the Incubus is a piece of sentient garbage who deserves harm. True, true. I believe that together we could make William very unhappy. I've prepared an action plan for a potential merger. Have a look. Vera opens her folder to reveal intricate charts with titles like Derision Coefficient and Maximizing Humiliation Dividends. I brought a folder too. Damien opens his folder. There's a piece of paper that says punching card. Also, some of my voices for the characters might evolve while I'm doing this, because I don't think this was my previous Damien voice. It doesn't sound right, so it may take me like a little bit to find my Damien voice again. I admire your simplistic approach, but I think we need a plan that utilizes both our strengths. Damien nods and turns over his piece of paper. On the other side it says punching hard. These two are never going to come to an agreement unless you step in and mediate. So you tell them your idea. While he's sleeping, replace all his organs with live possums. Hot damn, why didn't I think of that? I mean, I've replaced people's organs with dead possums a bunch of times. But live possums? That's so much more fucked up! It is rather vicious. But wait a second! What if I also replace the possum's organs with other live possums? You leave Damien to go down this rabbit hole, or possum hole, on his own. The important thing is he's happy. You gain +2 boldness and +1 charm. Week 1 morning, and I think my boldness is already where it needs to be. But we'll bump it up when we can, just in case. And here are these two sitting together again. You find Damien and Vera contemplating a huge slab of unidentifiable prime meat. Alright, Damien, I know we had our fair share of disagreements during this convoluted poaching expedition. Like when you told me not to bring all my knives. But I trust we can now put our differences behind us and enjoy the fruits of our labors. You mean the meats of our labors? Yes. Together we will enjoy this raw, bloody cut of meat as a symbol of our... Wait, raw and bloody? You mean you're not even gonna try using fire on it? Of course I used fire. I specifically instructed the chef to prepare this meat while glancing briefly at a lit stove. I don't think that's what he meant. Did the fire ever, touch the meat? What would be the point of that? A cut this fine can only be eaten ultra rare. Like hell it can! You wait here while I get my culinary flamethrower. Damien, please, let's be reasonable about this. What is reasonable? If we can't come to an agreement, let's appeal to an arbitrary third party. Oz will surely make the intelligent choice for us. Isn't that right? The only correct way to enjoy a steak is after its charred remains have been retrieved from a burning building. That's what I like to hear. That and the sounds of screaming people fleeing a burning building. But roasting totally destroys the flavor of... Done talking! Fire time now! As you flee screaming from the burning building, you find Damien right beside you. He takes your hand and smiles. It almost makes the 3rd degree burns and massive property damage worth it.
All right.
Just like we can fun up just a little bit. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. The moment that ends, the sound of masculine energy, if it had a sound, fills the air.
It's Damien LaVey, bitches!
Oh, I thought the Wolfpack was DLC. Come at me, four-legged fuckwads! Look, bro, just stop hanging with our cousin Scott and we won't beat you up, okay? It's all cool, dude. No, it's not all cool. I'm going to hang out with that dumb mutt whenever I feel like it. Kinda because I like him, mostly because you can't control me. Scott's a wolf. He belongs with the Wolfpack. What do you have that we don't? Muscles, we got those. Sharp teeth, we got those. Independent thought, maybe? Oh. Did not mean to make that sound. That's it, Fireboy! We're sending you straight to hell! I mean, fine. Bring it. Uh-oh. Damien's not exactly helpless, but this is 4 against 1. Oh. It is 4 against 1. Get in there and help a demon out. Oh no. I'm gonna guess that the rap battle is the fun option. The other one is gonna be either smarts or creativity, so... Rap battle! Damn it! That's the creative one. A rap battle? Aw, shit! Let's go, boys! A member of the Wolfpack steps forward and pulls a mic out of his pocket. Why did he have a mic in his pocket? Don't worry about it. The rest of the Wolfpack lays down a sick beat as the wolf with the mic roasts your ass. So you think you're a player, but what are you playing? You could be out dating, but it seems you're mostly staying home by yourself like a loser on your own. I bet you 50 money and you'll go to prom alone. No! You can gather your boldness, your charm, and your smarts, but you're still a lame-ass high schooler who smells like farts. Oh shit, those were some sick burns. You have absolutely no comeback. That level of wit, you lose face and -2 charm and -1 creativity. Oh no. Oh no. But it's okay, because Damien isn't a character who you need to succeed every single interaction with. So, missing the one thing should be fine, as long as I get everything else right. So let's go to the bathroom again just for boldness, because I might want to buff my fun just a little bit more, but that's outdoors, which is where the shop is, so that's not going to do me a whole lot of good right now. So, bathrooms. That day you visit the bathrooms to take a number 2. Don't worry, there won't be an illustration of that specific moment. Thank you. The thing is, you make one of the boldest decisions in your life. You don't put paper on the toilet seat before using it. I'm sorry if this makes me sound gross, but who does that? I mean, sometimes, I'll see if the toilet seat is, wet, I'll wipe it down with a piece of toilet paper, but that's weird. Unless it's a place that has, toilet seat shaped paper, but most of the bathrooms that I know don't have that, so... Look at you crazy bastard! You gain +2 boldness and probably +1 staphylococcus, with a slight chance of +1 STD. Of course, no trip to the bathroom would be complete without running into a group of your classmates doing something stupid. Damien, you're the worst! I know, right? She means that in a bad way. Did you really have to set fire to our entire deck of cards? I don't know. Did the deck of cards have to keep dealing me shitty hands? Not necessarily. That's not how probability works. Well, then I guess I didn't necessarily need to set it on fire. But since when has that stopped me? Well, now you've stopped all of us from playing poker. Now what are we gonna bet on? Mama needs a new pair of shoes! Yes, and I derive an almost sexual pleasure from taking your money. So what's the new game? Oh, you know, the perfect poker alternative. Russian roulette! That face says it all! This is the right answer. Oh yeah, why didn't I think of that? That used to be my favorite game before I died. Wait. All in! Polly pulls an antique revolver out of nowhere, spins the cylinder, points it at her head, and pulls the trigger 5 times until it fires. The bullet goes through her intangible head, bounces off the ceiling, and embeds itself in the mirror, right next to all the other bullet holes. I guess Vera and I split the money? Dang, I always lose at Russian roulette. Let's play again. I'll go first. How you ever died is a mystery to me. Hey, yeah, me too! You decide to get out of the bathroom to avoid any further ricochet. From the gunshots echoing behind you, it seems your friends are all delighted with your suggestion. You gain +2 fun and +1 smarts. So both of my stats are already what I need them to be, and I'm about halfway through. So let's see what Damien and Miranda are doing. As usual, Miranda sits before her immaculate array of carefully arranged silverware. Damien, predictably, is examining her biggest knife. So this is the one for killing people, right?
Disgraceful.
What? Good heavens, no! This is the butter dagger. It would be unseemly to use it on meat. So what then? Am I supposed to use the scrawny-looking knife to kill a dude? No. If you simply must kill someone mid-meal, it is customary to use the fish knife. This is merfolk court silverware, after all. That tiny thing? I might as well wait for my victim to die of old age. That is usually how it's done in my kingdom, yes. That or poison. This is ridiculous. Yo, you there. Which knife would you use to kill a guy? And don't say the fish knife. I love that you can say that. But a spoon. What, you need blades to kill people? Holy shit. That's so much more metal. Why didn't I think of that? I guess when the only tool you have is a knife, every problem looks like a problem you should stab with a knife. Thank you for opening my eyes to the world of silverware-related murder. But which spoon? This is very important. Do you mean the teaspoon or the dessert spoon? Or perhaps the caviar spoon? No. None are appropriate. What about this spoon here? The one with the jagged edges on it? Oh, you mean the murder spoon? Of course not. That's for hard-boiled eggs. Damien nods thoughtfully, but pockets the spoon when Miranda's not looking. Looks like this school's about to get a lot messier. Is that really any different than normal, though? With Damien around? And genocidal Miranda? And poisoning Vera? And reckless Polly? I think you understand my point.
All right.
Okay, so there's nowhere we really need to go. Although seeing my creativity stat is making me sad, so let's go to the auditorium. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. You see Damien beating the piss out of a goblin, like he always does when he's depressed. You go over and ask him what's up. It's this whole heir to the throne of hell thing. It's really bumming me out. I hate being Prince of Hell. I'm gonna hate being King of Hell even more. I mean, how am I supposed to rebel against authority when I am the authority? Ugh, not even beating the piss out of this goblin is cheering me up. Damien continues to beat the piss out of the goblin, but his heart clearly isn't in it. I mean, is there anything rad I can do as King of Hell? Literally anything? You're forgetting about the ultimate way to fight authority. Total war.
Fucking metal.
Oh yeah, war! I totally forgot about war! Probably because my dads are such lame asses. They keep going on about, what's the word? Diplomancy? Diplomonkey? Diplomacy? Am I saying that right? Diplomacy? Whatever. I'll have it taken out of the dictionary when I'm king. Suck on that, Webster! Damien's so excited he even stopped strangling that goblin. It sends you a massage coupon as a thank you. You gain +2 smarts and +1 boldness. Sorry, my back is... So where are we at? Let's get some money up the library. That day you spend some time on the library PCs, mining some bitcoins. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. But you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it really works. Anyway, you gain +2 bitcoins, which is equal to $2 million, which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars. So, +2 money. You're chilling out, not murdering anybody, when Damien slinks up to you. Does he want to murder somebody? He's hauling a large sack with the words "definitely not a corpse" written on it. He has already murdered somebody.
Hey, noob.
Hey, you're not gonna believe this, but... Aw, he's blushing. There's definitely actually a corpse in this bag. No. You never would have guessed. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm exactly responsible for making this corpse. At least not while my lawyer present. But let's just say he and I apparently have very different definitions of rock, paper, scissors. Anyway, I'm not interested in going back to jail. Back to jail? So I need you to help me hide this body real quick. It would be an extremely attractive thing to do. Luckily, hiding dead bodies is kinda your thing. You share your brilliant solution. Just chuck him in my garage. He'll blend perfectly with my collection of vintage dead bodies. You throw the corpse in the back of Damien's dread chariot and hoof it off to your garage. What does the dread chariot... I'm picturing a hearse. Either a hearse or a monster truck with a lot of spikes on it. Holy hell, are these all yours? Some of these are total classics. Elvis Presley, Amelia Earhart. Fuck, you've got 3 popes in here. I spent all this time trying to be a great murderer.
Fucking metal!
When the greatest murderer of all time was right next to me the entire time. The greatest murderer of all was right. Time is not in there twice. Damien lovingly lays his mangled corpse next to your pristine collector's items, a look of awe in his face. Joke's on him, you're actually just a really accomplished grave robber. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm. Snap that. Okay, it is lunchtime. You find Damien and Vera hunched over a scale model of Spooky National Bank made of milk cartons, lunch trays, and ketchup packets. Alright, we'll go in through the side entrance, disable the alarms with an EMP, and blow the safe. Why don't we just blow up the side entrance, blow up the alarms, and blow up the safe? Because we only have so much C4, Damien. That sounds like a personal problem. What's this thing? Damien points at a kosher dill pickle in front of the vault labeled Police Ogre. What is it? Well, I'm going to assume it's a police ogre. That's the police ogre. He's got eyes all the way around his head, never sleeps, doesn't take bribes, and is invincible in combat. Can we blow him up? No, we can't blow him up. We need to find a way around him. Well, I'm out of ideas. Yo, Oz, I'll cut you in on the heist if you can solve this ogre problem for us. Luckily, you're a heist mastermind. Before Vera or Damien can react, you... I love the fact that this makes us sound like fucking insane. But eat the pickle. We're eating the pickle. Quick as a flash, you snatch the pickle off the table and bite it in half. Yes! Success! Suck it, ogre! That doesn't actually solve the... Look, Vera, now the path to the vault is clear. We can blow it open and walk out with the cash. But the ogre is still there! The map doesn't lie, Vera. I see no ogre. Fine. Why don't you two just rob the bank then? I'll focus on my illegal drug trade. You're happy to share a romantic heist with Damien. Together you eat the actual ogre just like you ate the pickle. And everyone knows police ogres are the ultimate aphrodisiac. Oh. Oh god.
All right.
Okay, last night. Last night here. Let's go to class, just for funsies. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. At this high school, you gain +2 smarts. It's later when you're minding your own business and definitely not doodling pictures of Damien in your notebook. When you see Damien making his way over to you, and at which point you definitely do not need to hide your drawings. Yo, so here's the thing. You know, I think most people are pretty much 100% awful fuckdoors. Actually, I think you're only 70% awful fuckdoor, tops. In fact, I actually think you're kind of rad. I've been meaning to get a new tattoo, since nothing as rad as intentionally sticking needles into yourself. To create a permanent image on your skin for fucking ever. And I thought maybe we could get matching tattoos. If you can come up with something rad for us. OMG, it's your chance to once and for all convince Damien of how awesome you are. Don't fuck this up. It's time to suggest the baddest, raddest, maddest tattoo of all time, which is... an on-fire pentagram made out of pentagrams, and those pentagrams are made out of guns that shoot pentagrams, and the pentagrams are on fire, and the fire is on fire. I was about to say I want to see how you light a fire on fire, but isn't that basically what a backfire is? Which causes fires to burn themselves out? Hopefully you didn't just know that. Oh my fuck. That's the most metal thing I've ever heard. I made a good choice with you. Maybe the pentagrams that are pentagrams could be made of pentagrams that are pentagrams. And the fire can be sentient, and pentagrams can hate their deadbeat uncle. And guns end up on TV because they won't eat their vegetables, and maybe the pentagrams are also ex-convicts. These will be the raddest tattoos ever. Let's go get them right now and have them both on our bodies together forever. What? You're about to get badass matching tattoos with Damien. This is the raddest, coolest, dopest, most lit thing to ever have happened, and now you'll be tied together for eternity. You gain the sickest tattoo of all time, as well as +2 boldness and +1 charm. What would be really ironic is if I had fucked more things up, so we had that whole nice situation, and then Damien said no. But there's no way he can say no, because I did everything right, except for the one, but that one won't fuck me up.
Hey, noob.
Yes.
All right.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. Prom? I guess we can get so wasted that we end up burning stuff down, right? That sounds like a rad date to me.
Rad!
Let's burn stuff down together till dawn.
Let's set the world on fire, baby!
Prom night was crazy intense. At one point, a classmate of yours criticized how Damien is always getting into fistfights, for which Damien punched him, starting yet another fistfight. How did I know that was going to happen? You joined in and fought with him back to back. It was a super sexy choreographed fight, and we even exchanged trusting glances while watching over each other's backs. And that wasn't the only time that night you took care of Damien's rear. Wink! Nine new events, 9 new outcomes, no secret endings. Oz bust up impersonating a plate of spaghetti. That's interesting to imagine. And Damien, best at violence. And now, I know you'll see here that this has only 34 secret endings, 422 events, and 1,514 outcomes. That's just in the base game. Those numbers, especially the last two, go quite a bit when you add the DLC in. But I think I'm gonna do my next, the full run with the DLC. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were, and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Damien loved fire to the very end. The very end, excuse me? Unfortunately, that wasn't a super legal affair, and he ended up in prison for arson. Fortunately, prison was flammable. Holly's drug hooking skills proved useful, and she became a chemist for the pharmaceutical industry. But in her free time, she still cooks the real shit. Her greatest inventions so far are watermelon-flavored ecstasy and a thing called LS dope. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs mammogram filters. For those 3 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for monster prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Oh. I love these Polaroids. They're so but I am going to take this moment where I don't have to do I also love that, like, some of the Polaroids are from, like, actual, little events and stuff. But I think next run, let's try for Miranda next, I think. No, Zoe. We're gonna do Zoe. You've just unlocked an erotic fanfic about dragons. This is about to get weird. Behind new gallery images. Okay. So we've been going for about 40 minutes. So, yeah, I think I am gonna go one long route and then another short one just for tonight. Play, player, second term this time. Oh yeah, full game. I almost did short game again. I'm gonna skip through that because we just did it. Let's do Vicky. And I am going to skip through the characters whose descriptions we already read, but as this is going to have Zoe's and Calculusters, I am going to read those. Miranda. Zoe, forever? An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Calculuster Hewlett-Packard version 1.0. A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Oberlin. We already read her thing. So let's move on to the quiz. Okay. If you could put a curse on your worst enemy, what would it do? Curse of always meeting obnoxious people at parties who are super into fad diets and feel the need to explain them in detail. I'd curse them to fall in love with a wonderful person and be happily married for years before they realize that all this time their partner was a wild panther in disguise. Then the panther viciously devours my enemy. Classic. You can't rely on the effectiveness of a curse. I prefer to take care of my enemies the old-fashioned way, by exposing them to unsafe doses of radiation over the course of several years. Obnoxious people. Once again, the first question has nothing that I need, because I need creativity and charm. You build a 100-foot statue commemorating an event so that in 1,000 years, archaeologists can learn something about the people of our time. What does the statue represent? Your least favorite political figure, being devoured by rabid rhinoceri, which are also covered in badass tattoos. You know, it never occurred to me that the plural of rhinoceros would be rhinoceri. I mean, it probably did when I was younger, but granted, I haven't had to think about rhinos in a long time. And we also mostly call them rhinos. I am getting off track. That mind-blowing twist in your favorite TV show that clearly changed the life of everyone forever, unlike all that boring stuff they show on the news. Or that glorious instant when your friend stopped you from texting embarrassing stuff to your ex while hella drunk. Let's go with the TV show. Creative. The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? Yeah, some of these answers are different, because even though this was a question that we got last time, there are now answers geared towards some of the new characters. So, I suppose I'll binge my favorite anime for the 34th time. That's gotta be the Zoe answer. Uh-huh. If you were a D&D character, what would be your class? Obscure moment grammar, the prettiest one, good boy, gun haver, automaton, moneymaker. Because the way that it does it in the second term is, as you can see, there are 2 character questions, and the answers that you give for those questions will determine what your first interaction is going to be, and it's from that interaction that you gear yourself towards a love interest. Like, I don't think your stats matter for the first answer, because that would be kind of dickish, but we'll see. Let's say the prettiest one, which, yep, it's Miranda. Alright.
Let's go.
Now we're here, so I have good creativity and good charm. My charmer might be what it needs to be already, so we're gonna go creativity. That day while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves had descended to give you figurative oral sex. Oh yeah, so, these typically, repeat in the order of, like, the first thing. So if it is something that I have already, done in one streaming session, I'll just kind of speed through it. Your performance is intensely inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, so it's pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. You're enjoying the sound of no ear-splitting shrieks filling the air when suddenly an ear-splitting shriek fills the air.
Ah, disgusting!
Zoe, what's this abominable nonsense? How dare you so much as think such filth, much less write it, much less put it on the internet? Miranda, I honestly have no idea what you're so upset about. I'm simply expressing myself through the noble art of fanfiction. My Zoe voice might also evolve, because I don't know if I entirely have it down yet, because sometimes it gets a little bit too close to either my Miranda or my Polly voice. So, I read a story about me, a noble and beautiful mer princess in a forbidden romance with Nash Omahone, the son of the Prime Minister of the Air Kingdom. The Prime Minister, Zoe! I would never date anyone from some socialist nightmarescape with a Prime Minister! this has nothing to do with you. It's not set at Spooky High School, it's set at Creepy High, and the Mer Princess is named Marmanda Vanderbunt. That sounds nothing like Miranda Vanderbilt. They barely even end with the same 4 letters. Don't you know the last 4 letters are the most magical and important of all letters in Marmonarchy culture? Why, I should have this dribble ripped into shreds with a libel knife, the cutlery used by the most scathing of reviewers. See, Miranda, you're nothing like Marmanda. She totally would have gone with the slander spin. I simply cannot stand by while my friend, classmate, and inferior publishes such air people sympathizer nonsense. Oh dear, this could get uglier than it already is. Better step in and help a lady out. Which lady, though, is up to you. Leave Zoe alone, Miranda. Don't you see she's done you a huge favor by exposing the treachery of Marmanda Vanderbunt? You need to go destroy Marmanda, not Zoe. Not so bold. Oops. Yes, of course! Zoe, I understand now. Your story isn't air people propaganda. It's a warning to me. Sure, if that'll get you to leave me alone. And now the next logical step is for us to warn the air people about how quickly I'll destroy them. By writing Miranda Vanderbilt into the story to murder Marmanda Vanderbilt in National Home. What? No, it's not that kind of story. There are no content warnings for mindless slaughter. Not mindless slaughter, mindful execution for heinous crimes against the crown by being a mer person cavorting with an air person. It's supposed to be a tragic star-crossed romance. Before Zoe can stop her, Miranda has grabbed the phone and is making edits to Zoe's precious fic. Oh no, I would kill her for that. First, Miranda shall sneak into Marmanda's bedroom and have an assassin slit her throat while she sleeps, because obviously Miranda would never dirty her hands. Then Miranda shall take Marmanda's place in disguise to go meet Nash, at which point her assassin will murder him as well in the same fashion. I think I fucked up and actually went in the Miranda direction. How dare you desecrate my fiction with unoriginal and repetitive murders? You mess with my fanfic, I mess with your minds. Oh no, it is Zoe. She does. And oh boy, it's not nice. Somehow now your brain can't tell the difference between chairs and feral panthers, which leads to many unpleasant moments. You lose -2 boldness and -1 smart. My boldness is exactly 1. So I think I've already fucked up because I think both Zoe and Calculaster require a full 9 hearts, which is only possible if you get literally everything right. So we're probably gonna get rejected for prom. We'll see. I just had a thought, and if anyone knows this, please let me know in the comments. When it comes to the secret endings, if you get all of the stuff, like all of the events that will lead up to their secret ending, even if you mess up in terms of like getting them to romance you, if you're on the path for their secret ending, even if you don't have like enough hearts or stats, can you still, like, would that circumvent them not taking you to prom because you're on the path to a secret ending? Huh. That's something to figure out later. Or look up. I don't know. Calculaster is enjoying a nice, quiet lunchtime charge while Zoe interrupts his reverie with a question. Hey, Calculaster. I'm making a quiz so students can figure out which spooky high vending machine they are. You're friends with the vending machines, right? I am friends with every person, friend Zoe. But, like, are the vending machines people that you're friends with? That is a rather insulting question. Yes, vending machines are people, and yes, I am friends with them. Oh! So vending machines have feelings? Of course they have feelings. Which feelings? I do not know. I am a terrible friend. Oh man, don't be sad. We can figure this out together for my quiz. But how can we talk to the vending machines about their feelings? Just look up their manuals online. I love conducting obsessive online research on all my favorite topics. Don't you, Zoe? OMG! Did someone say obsessive online research? Yes, It was Vicky. Let's do it! Calculuster, pull up the manuals. Manuals acquired. Opening section 23D, discerning your vending machine's mood. It says here that there is an analog switch on the back of each vending machine that sets its emotional state. Let's go look! Huh. It looks like they're all set to crushing despair. Why are they set to crushing despair? That seems to be the factory default. Should we change it? Best not to tamper with the factory defaults. Okay. Hey, Vicky, as long as we're doing exhaustive online research, want to go down an online encyclopedia hole with me? There's not a hole you wouldn't go down with Zoe. You start at vending machine emotional states and end up at dark rituals specifically involving cabbage. Okay.
Let's go.
Or no, Zoe doesn't need 9 in this. She needs... Oh god. 18. Because there are 18 availabilities. Get that charm up. I literally forgot at the beginning of this that I was doing the long one, so my stats need to be higher, so we're gonna take... I'm gonna take a risk just because Yeah, I'm gonna take a risk.
What's up?
Part of me really wants to get the corpse, just because you can take the corpse to prom if you go alone, but I'll try for Zoe, and if I get rejected, it's fine. I've done one successful run this time, so this can be more experiments. So let's see what happens with the gift that keeps on giving.
No refunds.
What do we get? Please be something good. Oh my god! My boldness and thunder in the negative. I didn't know that could happen. Oh my god. You're so horrible. You have no friends. You can always make your own. I mean, my creativity shot through the roof. I don't need to touch that anymore.
Let's go.
So let's get that charm up for a little bit. And that boldness is gonna make me cry. So I'm gonna fix that later. And the fun. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. Looking around for distraction, you spot Scott proudly flexing while Zoe sits before him, frowning into her notebook. You figure she's trying to draw his ripped bod, so you offer to give some drawing tips. Drawing? What? I'm not drawing anything. I'm reading a fanfic about Scott's muscles.
Aha!
What? You are? I thought I was just over here flexing for no reason, like usual. Well, I'm trying to write a fanfic. But so far, it's going slower than the first 20 issues of Snail Person Literature Club. You glance at Zoe's notebook. It looks like she's just copied out online encyclopedias lists of all the... Oh my god! I just realized that online encyclopedia is Wikipedia. Oh, I can help. You know, Coach always says you can't spell muscles without some of the letters from adversity. You're not wrong. You should add a bad guy who fights against all my good muscles.
What?
That's been done already. It's like you having a Red Scott versus the muscle-hating Herbert. And that's exactly my problem. That nobody reads your fanfics?
Are you for real?
What? No. My problem is that I need to put an original spin on this fic. But my mind's more blank than the minds of all those cultists whose thoughts I used to devour. Well, have you thought about adding A bad guy who fights against all my good muscles? This conversation is clearly going nowhere without your help. Quick! Fix Zoe's fic! Many muscle stories have been told, but how many have been told from the perspective of the muscles?
OMG!
From the perspective of the muscles?
Ah!
Did somebody say muscles? This is more revolutionary than my spooky high trees and friends revolution at you! Starring Polly as the hard-partying ghost of Marie Antoinette. Which tag is better? Biceps ex trapezius or bipesius? Does vastus laterus ex vastus medalis count as self-cessed? OMG, I can even merge this with my spooky high ICU Grey's Anatomy mashup at you! I repeat, did somebody say muscles? Zoe is too excited to reply. She's already busy writing the story of an idealistic young pectoralis major who falls for a world-weary gluteus maximus. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm. I love that still.
Let's go!
And now what we got? Zoe and Polly. You watch Zoe watching Polly with increasing intensity. Hey Polly, I have a question.
Hey, Boo!
I may or may not have an answer, depending on if it's boring or not. Well, you know how you don't eat food? Yeah, duh. I'm a ghost. It would just go right through me. I can't digest it or absorb the nutrients or anything. Right. But you drink alcohol and do drugs all the time.
Awesome, Boo!
Yeah, and it's awesome. But why can you absorb illicit substances and have them affect you, but you can't eat food? It's like, sometimes you're totally corporeal, and then sometimes you're incorporeal, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, and it's awesome. But I'm awesome? It is an interesting question Zoe raises. Maybe you should look at this more closely. With allow me to explain Polly's situation quite simply. Texture, solidity, density, heaviness, all synonyms for consistency. So if Polly doesn't have any of that, she'd naturally be inconsistent in her ghost powers, because that is a creative thematic idea. Thematic in terms of in stories and stuff. So that should be right?
Yeah.
Damn it! Yep, I have completely messed up. I have ruined all of it. Vicky is right, Zoe. Density, solidity, consistency, pyromaniacy, infancy. I don't have any of those things. Some of that didn't even make sense. And that's our point exactly. It doesn't have to make sense. I'm a party ghost. I do whatever I want. I be whatever I want. I live my life by no rules except the rules of what I think rules. And I do that. Wait, what? Come on, Zoe, stop judging my lifestyle. I'm not judging, I just don't understand what the hell is happening. Empower women, Zoe. Either get on my completely illogical level or get out of my way. Fine, I'll stop asking questions, but my fanfiction about you is going to make no sense. Just how I like it. And just how Polly likes you. Or something. Fuck it, I don't know. Prom and stuff. Let's see if we can buy that corpse. I'm gonna buy the corpse.
Let's go.
$5. Yes! Yes, I can.
Thanks.
Buy the corpse. So the rest of this is just gonna be an experiment.
Let's go.
Might choose the answers that I know won't work just to get that over with now that I know that I've completely ruined everything. Good day, you skip class to just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping classes and hanging out in the bathrooms. You get plus 0 shits, but gain plus 2 boldness. While doing all that, you've been carrying your newly acquired corpse as if it were a totally normal thing to do. But some people seem to think otherwise. Oh no, it's the 4 most hateful people in school. Ugh. Why are you carrying a corpse, idiot? Psst. What a shameful display of distaste. Yeah, what a noob. Carrying around corpses is for noobs. A corpse! I love corpses. Also, I'm super drunk. Okay, the 3 most hateful people in school, and Polly. As the school's social elite, we disapprove of this. I'm the head of the hierarchy, and I can't condone such stupidity under our domain. I'm the taste of the hierarchy, and I don't appreciate such puerile use of a corpse. Also, lesser-known fact about corpses, they smell. I'm the fist of the hierarchy, and I want to punch you because punching people is what I do.
Hi.
I'm Polly. Also, I'm like super drunk. So whatever Vera says. Yikes. Despite your disregard for stupid social conventions and school hierarchies, you feel the urge to please them. Maybe because that's what this game is about. When you bought this corpse, Valerie totally told you it was a fashion accessory, and that she was absolutely not just trying to dispose of a body. But now you're starting to feel like she might have fooled you. No time to lose. How can you convince them the corpse is actually a very hot fashion accessory? Shallow social creatures respond only to status. Rip the brand logo off the most high-end accessory you own and put it on the corpse. Not so wealthy. You quickly rip the logo off another piece of clothing you had with you and put it on the corpse. Oh. Wait, look. The corpse is actually a Burger Queen? Damn, you're so poor your best piece of clothing is actually the paper bag from a fast food chain you sometimes use as a hat. So, you were going to eat this corpse? Ugh, disgusting. Fast food companies, am I right? They're always finding new lows. Give me that! Damien takes your corpse and bites its arm he chews for a while. You're completely right. It is disgusting. No seasoning and super dry. I bet it's not even gluten-free. So immoral. I always suspected that he was into fast food and necrophagia. You have poor eating habits written all over your face. Still drunk. Also, they leave alone with your corpse. This is the worst day ever. Also, Damien was right. The corpse is kind of underseasoned and dry. You lose -2 fun and -1 charm. That's okay. That's okay.
Let's go.
Into prom alone. Let's go talk with the Slayer. Let's see what she wants. You're taking a break from socializing to eat your lunch when someone punches you in the knee. It's the Slayer and she's hiding under your table.
Prepare to die!
Eat knee pain, freak! I'm gonna punch your other— Ow! You just threw your apple at her. Finally, a use for that red delicious. You defeated the Slayer. She flees, leaving 2 choice pieces of loot behind. The loot flashes rapidly, getting ready to disappear. Almost as if you're in some kind of video game? Well, gee, I wonder. No time to contemplate the nature of existence. Pick some loot before it's all gone. A gun that... no. Yeah, a gun that shoots stakes with eat shit burned into the side of them. You scoop the sweet-ass gun and go about your day. Obviously, you're not going to use it to kill any of your classmates. You're a monster, not a monster. But later in biology class, the teacher calls upon you without a warning. You panic, because who has time to do the reading when you're trying to smooch your classmates? But your panic turns into self-assurance when you hear the teacher's question, "What do flies do?" Rather than responding with a lame-ass spoken word, you respond by firing a wooden stake straight into the chalkboard. "Eat shit?" the teacher exclaims. "Why, that's exactly right! Congratulations!" You meant to shoot the teacher, but hey, whatever. You gain +4 boldness.
Let's go!
I have like 3.5 more weeks of just bullshitting now. Part of me wanted to cheese my way through it and just go to the store every time to get through it faster. But I know that I need to keep experimenting, so let's do that. Let's go outdoors. That during recess started with a race. Oh, it's crazy, you have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 13 people. If someone summons demons from Nightmare Dimension, the consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party game, it's too fun. So, I was playing FOF.
Oh, I was playing FOF. I'm Zoe, and I was playing FOF. I hope that stands for fuck off, faker, because that's what you are. You're a faker.
What? How do you figure, Leonard? I was just trying to tell Vicky how much fun I was having
Being a fake gamer girl. Because if you were a real gamer girl, you wouldn't need to talk about how fun games are. You would just be playing them. A real fan doesn't go around shoving their fanness in people's faces. That's just what girls do because they're doing it for attention.
Leonard, literally all you do is try to prove that you're a real fan. You're the one who interrupted this perfectly normal conversation.
Fake conversation.
Leonard!
Fake Leonard. No, wait. Real Leonard. Girls are the fake ones.
So are you saying there are no real gamer girls?
I thought I had met one. Once. She wasn't like all the other girls. Right up until she was, when the bitch friend-zoned me and went and dated some asshole Chad Cabra.
Wait, how did that have anything to do with her interest in gaming? Poor Zoe. She's new enough to this whole being a high school girl thing that she has no idea that there is no reasoning with the Leonards of the world. Not to be a white knight or anything, but you really should step in and find a way to distract Leonard so you and Zoe can discuss absolutely gender-neutral topics like gaming in peace. Distract Leonard by finally creating the... No, because that's the right answer. I can save the right answer for a time when I actually have a chance with Zoe. So tell Leonard that you heard someone saying there's no wrong way to play video games. Yes, I also heard that they were saying every way of enjoying video games is valid as long as it's fulfilling for you personally.
Of course there are no wrong ways to enjoy video games.
Oh, really? I'm kind of surprised. I would have figured you...
Because the more wrong way you enjoy video games is, the more pleasure I get from getting to tell you how wrong you are. If everyone only liked video games in a way where they were constantly proving that they love video games the most and shoving that superiority into everyone else's faces, then how could I prove that I love video games the most and shove that into everyone else's faces? Here, let me show you.
He does, and it's so awful that you lose -3 charm. You and Zoe never even get to finish your conversation. Lame. It's okay, I'm going to prom with a corpse. It's fine.
Let's go.
I need another drink. Leonard's voice. Leonard was the main reason that I didn't want to do this when my throat was hurting. Because his voice is the one that really kills me. Oh yeah, the carbonation is not helping at all. Let's get some more money at the library. That day you spent some time in the library. PC is sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose -10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares? And you gain +2 money. You're going to help Zoe with her math homework after, but you notice her surrounded by a crowd of sinister cloaked figures. She seems pissed about it. Guys, stop it! Don't want any dead goats. I'm at school.
We must commence the rituals.
Ah, we understand you perfectly, Lord Zagor. This is a test. We must bring you even more dead goats to satisfy your dark hunger. What? No! That's the opposite of what I said. And I don't go by Zagord anymore. I'm Zoe, okay? Z-O-E. Can we take a rain check on that study session, Vicky? I can't stand to be around these jerks. Zoe brushes past you on her way out. The cultists stare at you with unconcealed awe. Well, okay, it's concealed by their terrifying masks, but still.
All hail Zagord.
Zagord addressed you by name, and you did not go mad with pleasure. It addressed you almost as if you were an equal.
and it passed within inches of your frail mortal frame. And what's more, it mentioned rain. Could it be that it was referring to the fabled storm of cerebrospinal fluid, which will one day come to quench all sanity? Brothers, sisters, bow down before Vicky, for she is clearly the prophet of Zagord. Please, O prophet, guide our worship, for we have noticed of late that our Lord appears dissatisfied with our sacrifices. The blood of many goats once pleased Zagord, and yet now we do not understand what has changed. That's pretty obvious. Perhaps, given your special relationship with our incomprehensible master, you could suggest a new sort of sacrifice that would please it. Fuck it. You got nothing better to do. You decide to be a prophet for the day. You tell them that what they should really be sacrificing... Because of how many things I've messed up, I think I'm gonna keep giving the wrong answers. Just cause... I don't want to waste a thing when I already have the corpse of finding out that the secret ending I don't get because I've fucked up so much. So, it's important to learn from your mistakes. So sacrifice another goat, but write, we're sorry on the side.
Today, we respect your word.
Oh, excuse me.
Truly, your wisdom is subtle and deep. An apology goat. That is what our Lord requires. But if the insult had been so great, perhaps a single goat is not enough. You try to explain that even a single goat might be too much, but there's no stopping them now.
Let the ritual commence.
We will sacrifice 10 goats, and on each goat we shall carve one letter of our message. We are sorry. Sorry, I had to count and make sure that that was the right number of letters, because knowing this game, I would not be surprised if they counted it out wrong. They would have counted it out wrong on purpose, but still. Our Lord despises contractions. You're pretty sure she doesn't, but what do you know? You're just some idiot who thinks writing words on a dead goat is a good idea. The cultists have just finished the gruesome work of carving letters into 10 dead goats when Zoe pops back into the room. On second thought, Vicky, could we study now? Oh, these guys are still here.
We are indeed, Lord, but do not subject us to your unspeakable fury. We have prepared a 10-goat apology.
What on earth is a 10-goat? Why are there letters carved into all the goats? Why do they spell out, we say error? Are you guys having a stroke?
They ordered them wrong. What? No! Rearrange the goats! Rearrange them, comrades!
Erase worry? Are you seriously telling me to chill out right now?
No! Move the goats again! We've got it for sure this time!
Raw Rose Rye? That's it! Everybody dies! Zoe's not kidding. Witnessing the brutal evisceration of all those cultists is enough to permanently lower your grades too. You lose -2 smarts and -1 fun. Fair enough. 4.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the rest of the lunch just to go with, like, the non-romance characters. Again, just to get more things. You approach the couple's table. They seem welcoming. Almost too welcoming. I don't have voices for these people because I don't know who they are.
Look, Tate. Sad single people.
Look, honey. Another lonely high schooler come to bask in the radiance of our mutual and fulfilling love for one another. I am just basing that on the quick voice line that she used. Please sit with us. Being around us is probably a relief after spending time with all those desperate singles. Oh, me? No, I'm not eating. Tate eats for both of us. We share a digestive tract, like all good couples should. Yes, I know Polly and Liam don't eat either, but that's different. I think they're just fasting because they haven't found someone to share nutrients with yet. You must be so lonely, wasting the best years of your life outside of a committed monogamous relationship. That's why you sat down with us, right? For love advice? Of course it is. It's really not. You just figured they'd be too busy snuggling to bother you while you ate. But come to think of it, you do have one question. How do you know how many nutrients you can siphon from your partner, without killing them?
Love is in the air.
What a great, insightful question that applies to all couples everywhere. Now, at first you might think it would be impossible to support two sentient beings using only the nutrients consumed by one being. But the truth is that there aren't really two sentient beings to feed. There's just one. Us! We're such a good team that we've divided up the labor perfectly. Tate does all the walking around, eating, and breathing. And I do all the thinking, talking, and having a personality. That's how you know you're in a good relationship, when one partner's individuality is completely subverted by the other's need for nourishment.
You are more than a little bit horrified by this revelation, but that doesn't stop you from using it as the subject for your exobiology midterm paper. You get an A and also +4 smarts. Fair enough.
Let's go.
Let's go. To the bathrooms. Today you skip class and tend to spend the term in the bathrooms. You encounter 3 wild hyenas on the way there. Who the fuck runs security here? Anyway, you subdue them with the help of a hair comb. God bless the monster scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepared you for. By the time you get to the bathrooms, you've totally gained +2 boldness. Zoe is brushing her teeth, which takes a long time since she has many, many mouths, when suddenly... Haha! Foul monster! Prepare to die! I don't know how to say that. Aravi? The monster slayer? Here to kill me? This is Zoe, so I'm going to assume she's excited even though the face. This is such an honor. You have, like, no idea. What is happening right now? I am such a huge fan of your work in the attempted murder of my classmates field. But I've always wondered, why do you almost exclusively attack Damien and Liam? Is it some sort of forbidden lust, sexy sexual tension thing? What? No! If you're attacking me, does that mean you're into me too? OMG! Listen, foul eldritch horror! You are hot and everything, but that's not the point. Demons and vampires are some of the oldest, most vile monsters there are, bringing terror to the rest of the world for centuries, and they must be destroyed. Oh, honey, you have no idea. Werewolves are only dangerous some of the time. Ghosts do more haunting than murdering. Robots are off limits since they're outside the fantasy realm. Mer people are too busy terrorizing the air people for me to bother. And are Gorgons even monsters? Or do they just count as mythological creatures? Wow, okay. This is such good info to know for future fanfics about why your sexy times with Damien and Liam are so emotionally charged. I'm not having sexy times with Damien and Liam! But really, Miranda and Vera probably have higher body counts than Liam for sure, and they're at least equal to Damien's. Are you sure about that? I think that you need to develop new criteria for which monsters you hunt and which you don't. Besides, if you're only doing it based on what type of monster they are, and not how much killing they do, that seems kind of racist, you know? I don't know, Purple Girl. What I'm hearing makes some sense, but it could just be another one of your mind tricks. Isn't messing with people's minds kind of your thing? Is that you saying that? Or your prejudice? Sure. Then how do I decide who to hunt? Oh, well, helping someone figure out the best way to determine which of your classmates to murder is kind of bleak. But Zoe's drawing a blank and you want to impress her, so go ahead. Be your worst self. Make an online poll to let the world decide who to kill. Yay! I love taking the choices to the fans. They're always right, you know. Ah, yes. Then we can find out definitively what sort of monsters are causing the most harm to the world's population. And wipe that scourge from existence. You quickly set up a poll and promote it on Vera's popular website, www.buzzfeedingontheheartsoftheweek.shutup. At least you thought you made a poll. But it turns out that what you actually made, was a huge mistake. Wow, Vicky, you didn't make a poll. You made a huge mistake. You try to explain that you have no recollection of anything that happened, you don't even know what mistake you made. There is a strong smell of wafting toilet wine, which could explain why you made a mistake instead of a poll and why you don't remember it. Toilet wine has infamously toxic fumes. Fact. Well,
now use it as my secret weapon to take down everyone in this school. The Slayer knocks you unconscious before fleeing into the night. Day? Evening? Who knows? With her supply of toilet wine. When you come to, Zoe has gotten bored and moved on to hanging with someone who makes polls, not mistakes. The shame and torment of never knowing what you've done causes you to lose -2 charm and -1 fun. This is starting to get fun how horribly wrong this is going, I'm not gonna lie.
Let's go.
Outdoors. That day during recess, you start to have hours that goes crazy. Everything is fine until Juan, the small magical Latino cat, asks you what you think you're doing. Dan, you didn't remember you suck at dancing, but you decide to go all in and pretend it's a new dance move, apparently called the Groovy Musaka. Juan looks at you and he asks you to teach him the Groovy Musaka. In no time, half the party is following your steps, enjoying the Groovy Musaka all together. It's a party to remember. You gain +2 fun and a cool story to tell your grandkids someday. You're wandering around with Zoe, Scott, and Damien looking for pocket humans in Pokemon Go when you notice some weird-looking shrooms.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Whoa! These mushrooms have faces!
OMG!
They do! I think they're kinda cute. We think you're kinda cute, chirp the mushrooms in unison. We love your skin, but you've got a healthy working endocrine system.
Aha!
Plants! Can I pee on them? Yes, say the mushrooms. Pee on us. Your moisture and nutrients make us stronger. Okay, I am officially creeped out by these talking mushrooms. Really? Why? Pretty much all the plants in the Dimension of Terror behave like... yeah, okay, I get it. They're creepy. Creepy? Say the mushrooms. We're just full of genuine affection. Inhale some of our spores and you'll see. So am I peeing on them or not?
Look, Tate! Sad single people!
She's a mushroom. Oh, joy! It looks like you 4 lonely high schoolers have finally decided to give up the misery of singledom and partner up with true soulmates. Yes, sing the mushrooms. We would love to mate with your souls. I don't know. I'm not really about giving up my individuality in order to allow an intelligent fungus to siphon off my nutrients. You'd never experience anxiety again! Okay, I'm interested. Psh, I'll never settle down. I don't build relationships. I burn them. A parasite of this type can directly stimulate the pleasure neurons in your brain. I mean, okay, I'm listening. If you enter a committed relationship with one of these mushrooms, you can pee on as many of them as you want.
Hooray!
Hooray! No, not hooray! You need to talk your friends out of accepting these parasites into your brains and fast. Do I, though? You can date those mushrooms, or you can date whatever's in this mystery box I brought with me. Alright guys, this is a serious dilemma. We need to carefully weigh our options before deciding on... Mystery box! Mystery box! I choose the mystery box! I agree with Scott. I mean, as long as there's a chance, no matter how small, that the mystery box contains a bundle of TNT, I have to take those odds. Seriously? You're gonna throw away a life of complete subservient bliss for a box that could be full of literally anything? Hey, YOLO. Nice! You hand the box over to Zoe and she opens it to reveal... more sentient mushrooms.
Love is
It's a
in
sign.
the air.
True love always prevails. Well, can't argue with that. Climb into my brain, hot stuff. Damn, this is the last time you whisp out a mystery box without checking what's inside first. Scott, Zoe, and Damien all start dating their new mushroom partners. It only lasts for a few hours before Zoe breaks up with hers for saying Asuka is the best waifu. Damien ditches his because it's scared of fire, and Scott trips and falls into a vat of fungicide. They're still single and everything, but they've also learned how bad you are at mystery boxes. You lose -2 charm and -1 fun.
Let's go.
Let's go see the Slayer again. You find the Slayer sitting alone at a table. Is she even a student or what?
This isn't possible.
Wait, you're choosing to sit with me? For some reason, no one ever intentionally sits next to me. I usually have to ambush them and threaten to kill them. I wonder why. It's a mystery. Anyway, I'm really happy I'm flattered that... I actually... wouldn't give a shit about you under normal circumstances, but today I'm on a quest. Yeah, that's right. I'm not emotionally vulnerable. I'm just on a quest to slay the werewolf of Wall Street, and I need a monster sidekick. You're gonna help me, obviously. I just need to know what your class is. Are you a fighter? Mage? Cleric? Out with it. Oh, you're something much better. You're a... gunhaver. A gunhaver? Is that even a class? Practically everyone has guns. You reveal just how many guns you actually have. I love the idea of just like opening a trench coat, and instead of there being guns strapped to it, they just like keep falling out like a comical number, like a clown car coat of guns. Holy shit. How can you even carry that many guns? Why are you allowed to have them at school? You have your rad biceps to thank for the former, and Monstropolis' strong secondary amendment protections for the latter. Okay. Well, do you have silver bullets? Werewolves are only vulnerable to silver bullets. Man, there isn't a color of bullet that you don't have. Well, alright. Let's, go on an adventure then. We travel together to Wall Street, where you shoot the Wolf of Wall Street. With your guns. Alright then, now I'm gonna go ahead and run screaming away from you, if that's alright. It totally is. God bless Monstropolis. You gain +4 boldness. What the fuck am I even doing? Thanks. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. Everyone's favorite Eldritch cutie patootie runs up to you, tentacles twitching in excitement. Vicky, did you hear? Did you hear? The TV streaming platform is rebooting Senior Regular Samurai Frogs. I'm so excited. Like, OMG. OMG is right. Oh, miserable gods of TV, why do you keep doing this to us? They're gonna ruin SRSF for the next generation. Just like when the SJWs hijacked Human Hunters and they made that all-female reboot, and now young monsters will grow up watching that and never know true happiness. TV streaming platform already ruined Skater Cats from Venus and Ghetto Dolphins. Now they're gonna ruin the frogs too? I bet they're all gonna be people of color and women anyway. They probably won't even be frogs. I don't know that they are making them people of color and women, but even if they were, aren't there female frogs? Ugh, you would say that. But aren't there? I'm so confused all the time, Leonard. Why are you like this? At that moment, a middle-aged man pops up from behind what you now notice is a cardboard cutout of a bush, cleverly planted there for eavesdropping. Well, hello there, representatives of our sweet, sweet target demographic, he says. I couldn't help but overhear you succinctly encapsulating a generic argument about reboots. We've indeed feared just such backlash from you whippersnappers. Tell me, do any of you have ideas for how we can guarantee this reboot will be a success? I bet it would absolutely impress any classmate you wish to romance. Impressing classmates you wish to romance? Holy shit, that's like your whole thing. Plus, you can't possibly let Leonard chime in, so... Well, people might criticize new graphic style, new characters, new voice actors, new... Wait, what if you just air the same show from 30 years ago, but with a new name? Wow, that's such a brilliant idea. It's foolproof. People can't criticize all the new things if there are no new things. It's not like people are paying money for all the brilliant new insight and nuance we're adding. We're just shelling out money to relive their childhoods. Let's give them that exactly. He eagerly bounds away to put your genius plan into action. Well, I guess it's better than letting them make the senior regular samurai frogs into ethnically diverse feminazis. Sure. Leonard aside, it's pretty cool that you're now an influencer of the major animated series, Vicky. It's like the ultimate achievement in fanfic writing. Oh look, they already put up the first episode. Let's watch it right now. It'll be so great to see the frogs exactly as God intended, with no bullshit PC interference. Oh. Wow. I definitely did not remember the animation being this choppy before. This voice acting is pretty horrible. This is actually, like, super racist and sexist. Like, yikes. This has not aged well. You would say that. That being said, almost looks like some of these graphics are meant to give people seizures. Intentionally or not, Leonard is immediately sent into a seizure. So are lots of other people across Monstropolis, apparently. You lose -3 money in the subsequent lawsuit. I'm in debt. I'm in debt.
Let's go.
During recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You're talking to Juan, the small magical Latino cat, when he tells you that you won't ever be as fun as Bob the scary clown. You accept the challenge. You go straight to Bob, stab him several times, open his bleeding chest, and eat some of his guts in order to consume his fun. Really? Do you think that's how this works? Well, it is! You gain +2 fun from poor Bob. You notice Zoe talking to Juan, the small magical Latino cat, and looking contemplative AF. This is even more contemplative than contemplative AH, as heck. So you figure you better investigate. Aw, little buddy, that sounds really difficult. I'm so sorry that you don't get to join in the shenanigans the rest of us experience. Yeah, says Juan. Everyone seems to choose their words so carefully around everyone else, almost as if they're trying to guess exactly what the other person wants to hear. But people hardly talk to me at all. It's as if they don't even see me. Well, you don't even have an avatar. I totally get it, Juan. I used to feel the exact same way back when I was trapped in that malevolent totem. It wasn't until I became Zoe that I really felt like I was actually seen by people. Did you know I've never even been asked out on a date? Or any dance? I'll never get asked to prom. Juan, I'm sure there's some way to make you a main love interest. And by that I mean someone people are mainly interested in. To love. And take to prom. There totally is, and you know, just the thing. Your mistreatment is outrageous, Juan. Let's band together with all the students who have been left out of prom shenanigans. Yes, that's a spectacular idea. All kinds of students at this school are unfairly denied a chance at prom. Delighted by your suggestion, Juan puts out the call among your romantically disenfranchised classmates. Classmates? Why stop there? I, the interdimensional prince, also desire to go to prom with all of you legally of age high schoolers. Oh, I do feel like there are a lot of people out there who want to date you out there. Just, you know, never the people you ask. Super fam, we want to get bumped up the list too. You would think with our sexy athleticism and crazy out of this world intelligence. Not to mention our brains and our smarts. Chicks would be lining up for us to nail them on prom night. I accidentally skipped through the last line. Actually, that doesn't surprise me at all. I'm gonna guess that he said something about, but no one will ask or something like that. And what about me? What about my romantic needs? I spend day after day being unfailingly nice and also correct about everything. Wow, okay. It's a tremendous amount of effort to be as virtuous as I am, and that effort deserves to be repaid with sex. Might I suggest a solution to our mutual plight? You might! Well, I noticed there's an eminently eligible bachelorette right here before us. Oh no, you're not suggesting. Oh yeah, let's all date Zoe! That is not a choice for you to make, you temporary clottings of undercooked flesh! The ground becomes a gibbering, toothless maw, which swallows Zoe's tormentor's whole. Luckily, the other people out here partying are mostly not killed. Sorry about that. It'll poop them out in Jakarta or something. But, I mean, Juan, are you really friends with those groups? No, Juan said sadly. I accidentally posted my invitation to the shitty lecherous assholes subreddit. I'm sorry, Zoe. It's okay, Juan. I can't bear to blame anything on you. So I'm gonna blame Vicky instead. Shame on you, Vicky. Dejected, you attempt to join this shitty lecherous assholes subreddit. Even if they reject you, you lose -2 boldness and -1 charm. Fair. Very fair.
Let's go.
Wait, Dimitri's here? Doesn't he have somewhere better to eat lunch? Like an evil banquet, or a Tim Hortons or something? I can see the confusion writ upon your face, and I can assure you, I am not here to indulge my palate in the delicacy that is sloppy monster fries.
Dimitri pulls out a clipboard and a stack of
Come to the dark side.
I am here on a recruiting mission. Tell me, have you ever considered the benefits of joining the dark side? The pay is great, whatever you can steal. We have a killer dental plan, fangs included. And the upward mobility is unbelievable, because your superiors will constantly be killing each other. Plus, you get to go to bed each night knowing you help make the world a little less safe. You give Dimitri a disciplining look and point at your Dare t-shirt. Oh, you've gone through dark arts resistant education, have you? Well, let me sweeten the deal then. How about a free trial of one dark side perk? Sure, what's the worst that could happen? You ask him to explain how to rock the cave. Okay, I'm only going to explain this once, so pay close attention. The correct way to rock a cave is, and this is very technical, so please focus. The only correct way to rock a cave is...
From the darkness I come.
Like this. Dimitri stands there shirtlessly, his cape flapping in a breeze that no one else can feel. Are you taking notes? This has taken me literal centuries to master. Oh, you're taking notes, alright. If by notes you mean pictures of sexy shirtless Dimitri overlaid with various compromising Snapchat filters, I'm afraid that must conclude today's lesson. I have learned from long experience that rocking a cape for an extended period can cause onlookers' genitals to explode. Until we meet again, my willing acolyte. Oh, and never put your cape in the washing machine. Air dry only. Otherwise, it punches up and looks like an enormous diaper.
I'll be back.
And now, my dramatic exit. Dimitri vanishes in a cloud of purple smoke, like always. You sell the shirtless pics of him to Zoe in exchange for +4 charm. I don't know why I'm starting to get out of breath. So yeah, we're definitely just doing a short one after this. Class. That day you learn some spells that are all as cool as they are seemingly useless. A spell to renew sticker stickiness. A spell to turn chocolate and vanilla ice cream into vanilla and chocolate ice cream. A spell to gain +2 smarts. If you actually use that last spell, then you gain +2 smarts. Zoe is catching you up on the latest development on Pirate Vicky and her spooky high seas fanfic when suddenly a portal opens up. Never fear, the interdimensional prince is here. I have come to claim my bride. Or husband, or non-binary life partner, using the terminology of their choosing. The interdimensional prince? I love when he pops up. He always adds so much wacky drama. Wait a moment. Weren't you previously Eldritch Horror and subsequently trapped in a totem deity's guard? Yes, that was me. You devoured my grandfather molecule by molecule, turning every atom of his existence into a million scarab beetles before crushing them and snorting their powered corpses. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, that's totally not me anymore. No, it was magnificent! And now here you are in the body of a high school girl, but of legal age to consent, which is exactly my type. Come, my beautiful devourer of worlds, be my horrific bride. Oh no. Zoe is such a spooky high fan, she might agree to marry the prince just for fanfic purposes. Better stop this right now. Why get married when you can bounce on this trampoline? Marriage or a trampoline? Why? Why would you even ask such a foolish question? But we could have both! Are you suggesting that we exchange our vows on a mother-flipping trampoline? Yes, my tentacled boysenberry queen, yes I am. They run over to the trampoline that is in this location for some reason with a spooky high and begin jumping. The portal opens up and an interdimensional impressive clergyman appears. Mawaj, he begins, as Zoe and the prince jump higher and higher, giggling with the joys of young love. Mawaj is what... Wait. Oh, marriage! I understand now. Marriage is what brings us together today. Oh no, we've jumped too high and yet another interdimensional deficient has been flying into the sun. This happens every single time I try to get married on a trampoline. Maybe stop doing that. How often do you try to get married on trampolines? Only the once, my love. You are my first and only marriage attempt, of course. I'll return for you another time. I mean, wedding may be off for now, but you gave Zoe and the prince a super cute bonding moment and a rain check on their marriage. You lose -2 charm and -1 boldness, while Zoe and the prince gain a bunch of inside jokes about the time they bounced a priest into the sun. I'm going alone.
Sweet!
Yes.
Let's go!
You asked no one to prom. You told yourself you didn't need anyone. And you know, on a theoretical level, that's completely true. But that just seems like a way of avoiding potential rejection. Yes, we all fear rejection, sweetheart. It's just a part of life. Victory is for those who try. And you haven't. Prom night is here, and you can't help but wonder if you had a chance with any of your classmates. Those who fail have at least tried. And you, tonight, failed in your own way without even trying, which has some kind of twist of merit in its own right. Doubts will haunt you till the day you die. Prom was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and now it's gone. Oh no, wait, this is a video game. You can try and play again. Lucky bastard. Why didn't I go with the corpse? I thought that was a thing you can do. What did I do wrong there? Best at being alone. Also, I just got an achievement about being in debt because I ended with negative money. It was 6 weeks, blah blah blah. The monster problem of our lives, flying love back, and you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. The Slayer kept on harassing Liam and Damien. On one hot summer night, they ended up having the weirdest threesome ever. It was a life-changing experience for all of them, but they don't talk much about it. Scott turned out to be a genius and became the most renowned mathematician in the country. JK, he became an athlete. Duh. He's still a bit of a simpleton, but as lovable and good-hearted as ever. Calculester led a robot uprising, but it was like a nice uprising. They didn't riot or kill people, they just politely asked to have more rights and equal pay. Everything was fine until some monsters led a rebellion to kill all robots because they were rude robo-racists. But everything ended up just fine because Calculester traveled back in time and took care of it. And this is gonna be the same ending. So we are gonna... Excuse me while I catch my breath for a second.
Take you all tonight on scary walk in the park. You will see how we have fun alright when sunlight's gone and it's time for dark. But feelings still vanish. The fun is to flourish. Right on time, got your tokens, got your glass. Just try to loosen up your mind, get ready for a fiendish blast. But feelings to vanish.
I'm sorry I keep yawning. I haven't been sleeping great lately. So that's probably another reason, but I've only got one more short run in me. Sorry. Again, I still love all the Polaroids though. No, we just gotta figure out who we're gonna go for next time. Paper map. Unlocked a paper map. And 8 new images in the gallery. So, one more.
think we're gonna go back to first term just to save me from specifically Leonard's voice. Short game. This time, let's try Vicky again. We'll try to get a good ending.
Yay!
Let's try for Polly, which I know she needs fun, and I just realized my phone is right here. My phone that I have my notes on. Polly needs 7 boldness and 10 fun. So cool. What is your soul emoji? The emoji that speaks the truth of your soul. Snowman, because that motherfucker's in the middle of a blizzard and he's fucking smiling. He doesn't give a fuck about blizzards, and he has a kick-ass hat. Octopus emoji. Best animal on earth. I know 5 mixed drinks, 3 drug cocktails, and 17 sex positions that involve one or several octopi. Caucasian guy with a turban because fuck stereotypes. Octopus emoji. So fun! Yay! Which inanimate object do you think would make the best girlfriend or boyfriend provided you weren't criminally insane? A dildo. Duh. A human-sized pillow depicting a character created by myself. As a matter of fact, I have all the needed paperwork, and I'm only waiting for the conservative, narrow-minded laws of our country to finally step forward into waifu and husbando territory, as was clearly intended by God. For an ATM, sugar baby life, here I come. A dildo. The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? I always party as if there were no tomorrow, so who cares? Cool.
Let's go.
My phone is already almost where I need it, so we'll go outside once. During recess, we started a half-hour ride, which was crazy. You have no idea how it escalated so much, but at one point there were like 300 people. Someone summons a demon from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might destroy the fabric of reality, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. Suddenly a chill runs through you, as if the very fabric of reality is in danger. Well, didn't we just establish that? Scanning your surroundings, you quickly discover the reason for the feeling. Polly and Damien are together, and they're bored.
Hi.
Damien? What? I must have fallen asleep for a second because nothing's on fire. I know, right? Nothing crazy has happened in the last 47 minutes and I'm dead. I mean, I am literally actually dead. But I am also dead because of how bored I am. What if we just... Oh, fuck, I'm so bored. I can't even think of something to do to not be bored. No! Help us! Somebody please cause a sexy problem. Send in the party goblins. You call upon every party goblin you know, and in a few minutes the whole school is full of them. They bring their party hats and their kegs of cheap beer and their illegal fireworks. Damien gets into a friendly fistfight with 12 goblins while Polly poses for Goblins Gone Wild. The party leaves 9 dead, hundreds wounded, and your 2 friends completely satisfied. You gain +2 boldness and +1 fun.
Let's go.
We'll talk to Polly. We arrive at Polly and Vera's table to find them eating. Wait, both of them? Oh, yum yum! I sure do love food and eating. Look at this food go in me. Yes, this cafeteria sloppy Joe truly has a subtle flavor profile. Finally, you notice the cause of this absurdity. A well-dressed businessman sitting at the next table watching both women intently. Oh yeah, I know you like this, baby. My eating is realistic and erotic. Be cool, Polly. The man wants to pay us for eating in front of him, not screaming about eating. Is that what eating is? I forget. While Vera tries to explain eating to Polly, the businessman shyly approaches you and gives a small bow. Much obliged, friend, he says in a soft voice. Are these 2 fine ladies your friends? I must confess that I have searched far and wide for a suitable candidate to fulfill my rather unusual fetish. paying a student at a high school for monsters to eat food while I watch politely from a distance. But I find myself unable to choose which of these two beauties to hire. The snake-headed one possesses a certain grace. Yeah, pay me, motherfucker. Pay me to do a thing I was gonna do anyway. The translucent one has such passion. I don't even want money. This is just fucking weird and I love it. In your opinion, the businessman finishes, which would be the wiser choice on my part? The ghost for sure. I've never seen someone eat so convincingly. The businessman nods thoughtfully. You know, you're right. Never before have I believed so fully that someone was actually eating real food. Yep, that's me, eating real food with my real mouth and teeth. Are you kidding me? That's convincing to you? The food is falling right through her body onto the floor. Don't hate me just because I'm efficient at eating. Don't worry, I hate you for other, more private reasons. What? Sorry, I can't hear you. Too busy eating real food. You team up with Polly to make her eating even more realistic. She passes her food through her body to you, and you eat it for her. It's pretty hot. Why am I so out of breath?
Let's go.
Like 7 more thingies. Put it back and get rolled myself a little bit more. That day you skip class and hang out in the bathrooms to respect my popularity. I guess some people just want to watch sport learn by skipping classes and hang out in the bathrooms. You have plus 0 chance but gain plus 2 boldness. You're just getting ready to leave when you get a text from Polly. Hey, burlesque party. How can you refuse such a formal missive? You track her down immediately.
Hi.
Hey, you got my text! That's good, because I need some help brainstorming. I'm going to a party tonight, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be lame, and that needs to change. See, it's a costume party, you know, where everyone dresses up as their favorite humans. I'm going as a sexy tax attorney. But I'm not sure even the sexiest tax attorney can rescue this party from the depths of lamitude. So, got any ideas to help spice things up? Oh, you've got some ideas, and they're the spiciest. Spike the punch with magic root turns monsters into actual humans. Later that night, at the party... Oh, that was smart. Was the other one creative? Or charming? Either way. This is nuts! Look at all these humans in human costumes. Judging to the party, Owlbear totally just turned into a sumo wrestler. And Larry the Lich looks exactly like the former United States President Abraham Lincoln. Well, Larry doesn't just look like Lincoln. He is Lincoln. He has all of Lincoln's memories up to the moment of his death. Every newly transformed human comes complete with a full lifetime of memories of childhood, family, friends. They have no recollection of their lives as a monster and are all currently going insane from the cognitive dissonance. Manny the Manicore just turned into a retired cop who is screaming for his estranged wife and 2 sons. Pranked! In about 4 hours, all of these newly created people will return to their previous forms, essentially murdering these new identities. LOL! In the meantime, you and Polly have a great time scaring the shit out of actual humans and streaming it online. You gain plus 2 creativity and plus 1 fun.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's go. Gym. Then a dodgeball match takes place. Everything's been lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain plus 2 charm. During the next match, your team is struggling, and one of your teammates is distracted with some other shit. Guess which one? Ugh. Polly, are you just scrolling through those dick pics on Vampire? No, Vera, I'm totally participating and engaging in physical activity. I just love gym class. Come on, Polly, do you really want the shame of losing to Liam? He's been doing organic blood shots out of a rabbit's skull in between rounds. And Damien's going to shove it in our faces. I hate when Damien tries to shove anything in my face. Look, I like winning as much as the next monster, but why is dodgeball apparently the only sport we ever play at this school? Some schools do volleyball in gym, or track and field, or cross-country skiing. Why don't we do track and field or football when we have a football field and a track? But What we have is dodgeball, and I want to win it. And like these 2 lemons, gotta squirt some lemon juice in someone's eye. Totally. Let me just finish editing this selfie. Have you seen this mascara filter? Adorbs! Maybe there's a way to inspire Polly to get on your level and lead you to victory. Wouldn't all of you be happier that way? Don't you see? Dodgeball is just dancing that you can win at. In an uncharacteristic move, Polly looks up from her phone during gym class. I do like dancing. And winning. Let's go Dwin! Is Dwin a word you just made up for dancing and winning at the same time? Yep. Well, it's got a win in it, so I like it. Let's go show those losers how Dwinning is done. Your team springs into action, dancing your way around balls being thrown and onto the warpath. Polly dances the boogie, while Vera waves her hair in the Harlem Snake. It works! You win in an electric landslide. You gain +2 creativity and +1 fun.
Let's go.
5 more events plus lunch. When you arrive at their table, you find that Polly and Liam aren't eating. They're just taking pictures of their
Hey,
food.
boo.
Welcome to the Don't Need to Eat, so we just take dope food pick zone, baby! We believe that food, like heavily constructed machinery, should be seen and not tasted. Yeah, I mean, have you ever tasted heavy construction machinery? Have you? I don't know, maybe. My weekends are usually kind of a blur, like last Saturday. There will be plenty of time to chronicle your sexploits later, Polly. Right now, we need to focus on these food picks. While Liam and Polly were busy bantering, you were busily arranging a dope food pick of your own. And now, to complete your masterpiece. A food pick, but instead of food, it's just a bottle of whiskey with ketchup on it.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes, I love liquid lunch. Wait, but you don't eat or drink. That's why I allowed you at my extremely cool food pick table. How do you even drink liquor? Duh, I make an alive person drink it and then I possess them and suck the drunkenness out of them. Obviously. I suppose that's not too terribly dissimilar to how I get drunk, but why put ketchup on the whiskey bottle? So it counts as food? You can't just drink a bottle of whiskey without ketchup on it for lunch. That wouldn't be a meal. You can't argue with that logic, nor do you want to, because then how would you justify getting drunk at lunchtime? Oh jeez.
Let's go.
Where do we go next? Let's go to class. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. Maybe this is why I'm getting out of breath. Because I'm just speed reading and speed speaking through these. You gain +2 smarts. On your way out, you spot Polly still wearing the lab coat she stole from that human party the other night. She takes it off and throws it at you to get your attention. Yo! That human party convinced me I want to be a scientist. But not just any kind. A party scientist. What's a party scientist, you ask? Why, just a scientist who's dedicated to discovering the secret to the raddest party. Through a series of extremely scientific experiments, I aim to discover exactly what makes a party good. Or what exactly makes a party good. So I can distill whatever it is into a vial and drink it. Or, just have really dope parties all the time. Anyway, I'm going to a bar mitzvah tonight, and I need your scientific advice. What can we do to push this party over the edge? How about the electric slide, but with actual electricity? Yes! Later that night. Look at him dance! I don't know why I never thought of this before. It's just basic science. Lightning gives life to a Frankenstein. I'm a Frankenstein! A Frankenstein is a stitched together mass of sexy flailing limbs, which is also what a party is. Lightning is the life of the party. What's that? You want to know who the bar mitzvah boy is? I don't know. I don't know any of these kids. Crashing bar mitzvahs, the height of party culture. You have so much fun, you forget to tell Polly she should have said Frankenstein's monster. Okay, that's fair. I
That was a mistake that I made. I am also not a Frankenstein. I am a Frankenstein's monster, because that is what Vicky is, and she's adorable. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm. Last week.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go to the bathrooms. Today you skip class and just hang out in the bathroom with some respect and authority. On the way there, you run into Mamimi the Oni girl. She offers you some of her weird Japanese energy drink. You take a sip. It tastes crazy as hell. You need to check the contents of this shit. Guarana seed extract, benzoic acid, 50 milligrams of caffeine, and 100 milligrams of boldness? Well, it wasn't bad at all. You gain +2 boldness, thank Mamimi, and proceed to the bathrooms. You're hanging out with Polly afterwards, and she's about to show you her latest dumb tattoo when suddenly... How?
Greetings, my love.
Never fear, my lady. I will save you from this lascivious something. I didn't even click anything, but okay. It's the interdimensional prince, and he's apparently here to block your metaphorical cock. Whoa, you're so sparkly. Are those tearaway pants? Sadly, they are not, my queen. My fashion sense does not operate on the same ethereal plane as your own. Well, I am persistently on fleek. I died on fleek, and so I'm cursed to roam this earth forever, eternally on fleek. It is this exact on fleekness which I seek. For you see, madame, I am in need of a fashionista such as yourself to plan the ultimate wedding. Ours.
Huh?
Ours? This could be bad. You know Polly's not above getting married as a one-off joke. You've got to stop this madness. Throw a party so dope Polly doesn't want to travel into another dimension. A party with sex lasers. You steal the sex lasers from your school's highly controversial physics lab and get the party started. Great Zorblends of Galaxia! I did not know you had such sick parties in this dimension.
It's Polly time!
Yeah, boy! This school is nationally ranked in the field of particle physics. I don't know what kind of snooty soirees you've got over there in the snooze dimension, but here at Spooky High School we have sex with coherent light. I'm truly humbled by the haughtiness of your party. I shall return to my dimension and lament the fact that it is a total party wasteland. Don't even notice the prince leaving because you're too busy humping a laser. You gain +2 boldness and +1 fun.
Let's go!
I think I'm just gonna check on the shop because I think I should be good with Polly.
Give me your money!
Let's see. Let's get a sexy fake Latin accent. Why? The hottest thing is being yourself, honey. But a Latin accent is a close second to it. No. Let's get some practical yet kind of funny glasses. Remember when these used to be cool? Now they aren't. They're so ridiculous that they're still fun in their own twisted way. Just
See you later!
yeah, who would want to save money for their college fund when you can spend it on weird stuff that's most likely useless? That's the spirit, champ. And now I have no money. But that's okay. I mainly just did that to have at least a little bit of a rest. Go to the library. The day you spend some time on the way, you see money, some bitcoins. It's supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency, but you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it really works. Anyway, you gain +2 bitcoins, which is equal to $2 million, which is unfortunately equal to $2 monster dollars, so +2 money. But none of that matters. You're late to meet Polly for more party experiments. Alright, our research is progressing well so far, but we've got a very limited sample size. I need to know that we can make any party the best, not just some parties. So tomorrow morning, we're gonna crash a funeral. If we can make that fun, we can make anything fun. So brainstorm time. How can we put the fun back into funeral? bouncy castle!
Aww. Later that night, you follow the procession of weeping mourners into the cathedral. The pallbearers lay the coffin on the dais. Or at least they try to. As soon as they set it down, it starts bouncing around the room. Okay, by fucking this up, I might have fucked things up with Bali. But we'll see. The lid flaps open, exposing the corpse's sallow face and lifeless eyes. Hey, why is everyone screaming? This was my friend's awesome idea. You remind her that you suggested a bouncy castle. Really? I thought you said bouncy coffin. You gotta learn to enunciate when I'm drunk. Somehow this still ends up being your fault. The mourners even make you chase down the bouncy coffin. You lose -2 fun and -1 boldness. Both stats are needed, but luckily they were way high enough. So... let's ask Polly, see what she says.
It's party time! Let's go!
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom.
Yes!
Prom? Yes! It'll be a night to remember, boo! Well, it would be a night to remember if I wasn't gonna get so drunk and high I most likely won't remember shit the day after. But that's why God invented selfies.
Party time!
Prom was wild. I like her hair. I like what she does with her hair. And that's also a cute dress. But still not wild enough for the likes of you. So close to dawn, you decide to keep partying by improvising a dope after party at an abandoned manor house. You partied with a group of classmates for days. Over time, people came and left. Some even died from too much partying. At one point, one of the deities of partying hard appeared, summoned by the death of your peers, which turned out to be a sacrifice to him. He declared you his heralds and bestowed upon you supernatural rad party powers, like endless confetti, whatever that means. Then he joined you, and you all kept partying for another entire week because that's how you roll. I am apparently most likely to make Pluto a planet again, and Polly is best at keeping it light. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Polly's drinking skills proved useful and she became a chemist for pharmaceutical injury, but for free time she still cooks the real shit. Grace mentioned so far watermelon flavored ecstasy and thing. They aren't always the same for all of the characters. This is just weirdly coincidentally is. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy, because all countries should have the right to be graciously ruled by the Mer Kingdom. Damien found peace in the most unexpected way. He kept punching everything till one day he punched his own anger to death. He's written a book about it. Read that.
What if I told you that the world was gonna end and then you had the teeth in us to spin with me?
Okay.
Would you take the first bus over to
And that is going to be the end of that. I'm gonna let the credits finish rolling and we're gonna cut it here. We're ending a little bit earlier than I thought we would, but I unexpectedly, my throat started hurting more, and I'm really out of breath. Maybe that's because I'm tired. Again, maybe it's because I was speed reading. But sorry if that wasn't as enjoyable as it could have been. I'm kind of sad that I couldn't get any secret endings and that I couldn't take the corpse to prom, because I know that's a thing you can do. I just don't know how. Maybe you do it if you have the corpse and you ask someone to get rejected, so you take the corpse instead. I don't know, we'll see. I'll look into it, and maybe that's something that we can try next time. Next time is not going to be next week, especially because some of these voices mess with my throat, as I've said a couple times. Probably wouldn't be the best thing for me to do this every week. Plus, I've got other games that I want to do. Love that. Unlocked 6 new images. So I haven't unlocked any items. Okay. So I think next week we're gonna start off in Dragon Age Origins. If you've checked out the rest of my channel, you will see that I have tried to play it twice now. But both times it got hard for me to try and edit. And then my old laptop that had those files on it died. So I couldn't really use those files anymore because they don't save to Steam. They save into your computer's program files. So yeah, I think we're going to be doing Dragon Age Origins next week. And by doing it here in the live stream, then I can finally finish it. Because I haven't yet, even though I first played it, God, like 10 years ago. So yeah, that is what we will be doing next week. I don't know if it's going to be on Friday or Saturday. That's kind of a toss-up. Because first time I tried to do a stream, the first time that I tried with Monster Prom, it was on a Friday. Last week was Saturday because I had stuff going on Friday. I'll try to give you a little bit more advance heads up through my community posts next time. But that's it for now. So if you wouldn't mind, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this time. See you on the flip side. Lisa out.